Hi, fellow traders. I hope everybody had a good day today. It's a little bit crazy day in the market. Uh, Comparing it to yesterday, it was really weird. And when I recognized it out of the gate this morning, I just stayed away. I quit because I just saw myself continuing to give back money. And I had a banner day yesterday. Banner day. So I really didn't want to come back in, and I gave it a chance today. It didn't work out. Um, you know, I shouldn't have taken a loss, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But either way, the market just wasn't there. So first, I'm going to start with my trade yesterday, and you can see this is the only stock I traded all day. And I traded it multiple times and scaled out, each time. But I did get stopped out on the first attempt. But, the second attempt, I was able to short it, covered it 3 times. When it started to pull back, that's when I, hit my profit stop. And then I waited for it to reset. I wasn't going to anticipate. I waited till we were showing some weakness, and I felt confident we were going to get through the 20 here. Yeah, I could have gotten in here and picked up a couple extra dollars, but that wasn't, I needed to make sure that I was sticking to my rules. And I got in here. We got the solid move down, covered some here, covered the rest right on this level here, and was looking for the fade down to here, but we didn't. So we started to pull back, hit my profit stop here. I wasn't going to let it go all the way back to break even. It didn't make sense. If it pulled up here and rejected, I wanted to be back in full size. So when it pulled back, I got in and, shorted it here. Covered some back on this level again. Covered some here. And was being a little bit greedy here. I should have taken some when we hit this level, but I didn't. I was looking for it to see if we were going to pull back and reject this, but we never did. So when we started to come back, I went ahead and got out of it. Next, I just got a quick scalp long. I got in long, got in here and, took profit right here on the VWAP. I took it all off. And we got the pullback here. I got in here long, and I accidentally added to my position here. And then, took it off up here. Then I had another stop out where I got long, and it was just an ordeal for today. I got long here, waiting, thinking we were going to push out, and, we didn't. So once it throws you off the horse, it's time to stop. So I started this with a stop out, ended it with a stop out, but, it is what it is. I think altogether about $750 on this one trade. And I had, this was, I can't remember. One of these was $35 and one of them was $100 and something. But, would have had over $900 on this if, I hadn't stopped out those 2 times. So I was really pleased with yesterday, and was pleased with the way the market traded, the volatility in it. But I got excited before and came in the next day, loaded for bear, and ended up digging a little hole for myself. So I wasn't going to do that today. This morning, I, was looking at TRVG, and I saw this here. I was going to short this, and this is the setup that I like to trade pre-market. And everything was rolling over. This is where I was going to short. But the RSI was below 20. And one of the go, no-go rules I have is that if the RSI is below 20, I'm not shorting it. Yes, it can go down, but this was a lower dollar stop, and I didn't think we would be able to get, any good movement. But, obviously I was wrong. And this is how my pre-market started. I mean, I was sick to my stomach. This was a point. And on 500 shares, that's what I trade a $12 stock or $10 or $11 stock. I'm going to trade 500 shares. I could trade 1,000 if I wanted to, but I was just doing 500 shares. And this would have been nice. At least a $300 trade to start the day out with. So I waited to the open, got the 5-minute open range breakdown, was not paying attention because I held some of this INSM overnight. I held 100 shares of it like right here overnight. And I'm looking at it, and when I should have been focusing on my day trade, and I missed the cover down here. We had a nice flush down here to 50. I missed the cover, and it pulled back and stopped me out for a loss. Because I should have locked in some profit here. It might have been $80, $90 at the most. But I'd have stopped out at break even. But I wouldn't have had, $100 and some loss. And when I saw that, then I started looking at the SPY and looking at how the price action on it, I realized that today was just not the day. It wasn't as good as yesterday, and it didn't make sense for me to continue to try to trade this. So that was it. The day one early stop out, and I was done for the day. And I waited. I came back after lunch, waited to see if the price action was going to get a little bit better. Didn't feel comfortable with it. And I've had a migraine for 2 days anyway, so I went ahead and took some medicine. And, that put me under for a little bit. So I knew I was pretty much done for the day. But we'll be back tomorrow. We'll look at Thursday and Friday, see if the market gives us some opportunities, and be ready to go. Swing trading the same way. Because I'm not swing trading to the short side, I mean, I can do it, but I choose not to. Unless it's in, something pretty significant, then I'll trade it in my large account. But for what I'm teaching, and I'm swing trading out of my small account, I'm not trading against the market. When the market is trading sideways, I'm staying out of it, and I'm letting it sort itself out, and start giving us some more opportunities. And you can see, here it's been kind of trading, bouncing back and forth between these ascending support and resistance lines. We just got over the 20 at the end of last week, and it allowed me to get in a swing trade or two. Then immediately we pulled back, and today there was this big indecision day. And this is an indecision candle. So, it's not ideal. And one of the things I teach in the swing trading class is you have to be able to recognize market cycles. And there are certain cycles that you're in that you don't need to trade. There's no need to, because you're going to make enough money on the good trades and on the days that you're supposed to trade that it's going to sustain you. And that money's good because you're not giving back trying to trade every day, all day long. Or if it's not conducive. If the market is not conducive, you don't trade. I mean, I wouldn't even, take a short position with the market trading sideways or trading, in this channel right here. It's going to have to break below or break out, for it to really give us a good indication that we can take some swings. Now, a couple did set up off our watch list from Sunday. I know Sana was a good one. Today, that was a good. That one triggered entry. That one triggered entry today, and moved about 3 points. So this one, was on our watch list this weekend, and it really kicked off today. But most of them are just slow. They're not really doing much right now. So this is the time where patience, you can paper trade, you can look at different strategies, different setups. This is the time to put in for practice, but you really don't want to chance it. We're growing our account. We're not being overly conservative. We're being smart. We have to be smart with our trades. And this is, what being smart is. And that's what I try to demonstrate every day in chat as well. When it's conducive to trading, when it's not. That's key. All right, guys. So you have a good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you may be in this world. And I will see you guys first thing in the morning. Oh, also, I am posting another video to the How to Really Grow Your Small Account series later on this evening. So look out for that as well.